Moving on to Barkley threatens to sit out a year. Saquon Barkley, absolute dog. And the Giants have until July 17th to come to a long-term contract, or the running back will play 2023 under the $10.1 million franchise tag, which he has not signed yet. Which he has not signed yet and was not at mandatory minicamp. Barkley told reporters Sunday that sitting out the year is an option he'd consider. Man, the New York Football Giants without that guy. Ouch. Barkley said he's been frustrated by untruthful and misleading reports leaked about his ongoing contract negotiations with the front office, aimed at making him look like I'm greedy. I think that guy is one of the best players in the National Football League. And
pretty good.
I think he's worth more than $10.1 million this year. So I get where he's coming from, and I think it's a little unfair for people to say that he's greedy, trying to get a contract to show what he's worth on the football field. So it makes sense for him to keep risking his livelihood. Should a player ever sit out in your mind, Jason?
I think very rare instances does it make sense to sit a full year out. I do not think it makes sense to sit out when you're talking about $10.2 million. But I understand that this is about more than just the money. Like, obviously things have gotten to a point where Saquon feels like he's disrespected, which you never want to get to in a environment like this where you're supposed to be a team, you're supposed to be like a family. That's a hard one to then go into work when you feel like people don't respect you or value you.
Yeah, fuck that.
But, he is going to make $10.1 million essentially. I just find it hard to believe that by sitting out a year, he's going to make that much more per year to warrant making nothing this year. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
I think that's where the team, unfortunately, has leverage. And, the last guy I can remember sitting out was Le'Veon Bell, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he's gone on record as saying that he regrets that decision.
Yeah. He eventually got the guaranteed money in the contract that he wanted. He just got it after sitting out a year and missing that amount of money.
You miss a full year.
Yeah, you just miss making that much money that year, and you miss a year. Your career, the running back position is it's a shorter, it's a shorter in terms of longevity and average career. It is a very taxing position, so I understand that he wants to get the money that he's worth right now. But I hear you, man. Sitting out over $10.1 million. That's I'm definitely playing. I think that's what I make this year anyway. So
I'm trying to find this because his cash number this year, he's making pretty much top of the running back market with cash. That's the way that
that's the franchise tag.
That's the tag works. It's the average of the top five.
Yeah.
Cash hits for that year, right? Or is it cap hits? I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because there's a difference in cap hit and cash that guys earn. Either way, I get that he's going out there and risking injury, but in order to sit out, I feel like the guys that it makes the most sense for to sit out are guys that are on rookie contracts and their last year is like a significant drop off from where their value is, right? Where it's lower than 50% of what you would make on the market. That's when you're starting to get into hey, it might not make sense to go out there and risk getting hurt because you're going to make 2-3 times this if you just wait a year. And that's where you kind of have the leverage with the teams because the teams know that, at the end of the day, it doesn't make sense for you to play in the number that you're being asked to play at.
Right.
But in this situation, I don't really see that. But again, this is clearly devolved to more than just about money.
Exactly.
Right.
Like you said, there's more to this than just the money. What is it like for other players when a teammate is publicly going through contract negotiations?
I know that publicly it gets fans sometimes get mad at players or like franchises. They'll get mad at the team for not doing stuff.
Hostile. Yeah.
It feels like as a player that has been on teams where players have been going through that, I just want my guy to get what's best for him. I really do not think it's personal at all. I don't think that a guy's a bad guy. Not one bit. At the end of the day, you want the best thing for your teammates. You want the best thing for your team. You always want it to be a win-win situation for everybody. And as a player, I try not to even get involved with any of it. And I'm always rooting for my guys and my teammates to get paid. I mean, you always want to see that happen.
Yeah.
So it never devolves into anything. I don't think of any player going through this stuff, not one way. I'm like, you know what? He's just doing what him and his agent think is best. And he's trying to utilize leverage to make money while he has a short window to do that in his NFL playing career.
Yeah.
So I'm always pretty much on the side of the player. I mean, sometimes it's weird situations, but for the most part, I'm definitely on the side of the player usually. And I'm almost always at no level do I think twice about the guy or any type of personal
Never.
Deals about it.
Well, Saquon, I hope you get every frickin' dollar you're worth, brother. And I hope that everything starts to become very, truthful and just a better atmosphere over there for you, man.